Tom Prichard arrived. Not only do they have Tojo and the Texas flag, now they've got Eric's driver Tony over in the corner too. Danny Davis and Bill Dundee stepping in, and referee Tony Christian says go ahead and ring that bell. Here we go, Michael St. John.
I tell you, Danny and Bill involved in that wild melee a little bit earlier and got lacerated, and now having to face the likes of Eric Embry and Dr. Tom Prichard and all four men in the ring. The referee is having no luck whatsoever in separating these four men. They just hit the ring and started fighting.
Well, they sure did. Jumped right in there, wasted no time in getting that action going. And by the time the bell sounded, the action had already been underway 5 seconds or so. Look at Embry going after Bill Dundee.
Dundee and Embry tooth and nail right here on the side of the ring. And then over across the way, Dr. Tom Prichard slapping at the head with those fists and trying to reopen that cut above the eye of Nightmare Danny Davis.
I think he's done it, too.
I tell you, Danny and Bill make a fine tag team, but boy, they are in with a couple of maniacs in that ring right now, and Tom Prichard and Eric Embry.
They are indeed, and both of them got their head cut earlier, and they've reopened it. That's with the first thing. Probably strategy. I bet they discussed that back in the dressing room. We're going to open up those cuts. Look at Tony.
There's driver Tony Falk. Champagne Tony, if you would. He's put the throat of Dundee over the ropes and is just choking him from the outside. Nightmare Danny Davis caught by Dr. Tom Prichard. Here comes Eddie Marlin. Here comes promoter Eddie Marlin.
Whoa!
Marlin confronting driver Tony. Uh-oh.
What is this? Embry nails Eddie Marlin from behind. He had already hurt him. That's the reason Eddie's wearing that neck brace, because of the pile driver that Embry put on him on the floor.
Embry going after that neck brace now. I can't believe Eric Embry is stripping the neck brace off of promoter Eddie Marlin and is stomping at him here on the floor in front of our desk.
Let's get some help out here for Eddie. They've got that brace off of him. Here comes Jeff and Robert.
This will even it up. Jeff Jarrett, Robert Fuller out, and they're going right after Eric Embry. And here comes Eddie Marlin charging back. It's a wild melee all over the studio. Jeff Jarrett ramming Eric Embry's head into the desk. Prichard paired off with Robert Fuller. Promoter Eddie Marlin with Tony Falk in the ring. The Texas Outlaws have jumped in the ring, and Dundee and Danny Davis, who have a matchup coming with the Outlaws, are going tooth and nail with them. What a fight, Dave.
We've got about 10 or 12 of them going out here all over the studio. There's no way this one's going to be under control again. The match officially over when the Texas Outlaws went into the ring. Eddie has just nailed Tony Falk here. He got him now with a boot. Robert Fuller has slammed, there's Eddie and Tony Falk going at it. Embry coming after Eddie Marlin once again.
And Jeff Jarrett pulling Embry off of Marlin, and Eddie's got going after Eric, but from behind, Tony Falk going back after Eddie. Eddie's got that injured neck. I'm very concerned about him, because if something should happen, it could be devastating.
Yeah, we indeed need to get him out of here before he gets that neck hurt again. He grabs Embry from behind and says, Jeff, hit him, and Jeff does. Nailed him.
Action in the ring, out of the ring. I don't know if there's any help we can get, but what a wild fight. Just a plain old street brawl here in the studio, and it's paired off. It's Fuller and Jarrett against Embry and Prichard, and in the ring it's Dundee and Davis against the Outlaws.
Eddie holding Tom Prichard by the hair till Robert Fuller could get there and smack him. Embry now going after Bill Dundee.
I thought Embry was fixing to leave, but he hasn't had enough. They're coming right back. Looks like now that the odds are much more even. Dr. Tom Prichard being waylaid by Robert Fuller right here on the desk. I'll tell you, we don't even have a safety zone in this studio.
No, we don't. Tell you, match coming up. It's already signed, the dream match. But well, now, all right. The Texas Outlaws, Embry and Fuller. Embry and Prichard.
Look out! Here comes Embry again.
Goofy Embry, they just about had him out of here, and here he comes roaring back, and Robert Fuller, Jeff Jarrett, Bill Dundee all nail him while Eddie Marlin's holding him. Now we got it going again. I thought we just about had it settled, but the brawl continues.
It would seem to me that Eric Embry had had enough, because it looks like Jarrett, Fuller, Davis, and Dundee, and Eddie Marlin have had their way. And he comes firing back.
And now they're gone again. Let's hope they stay out of here this time. Checking with Eddie. Eddie says he's all right. Danny and you guys all right? You and Bill all right? I don't think we can handle much more here today. I understand how you feel, Dan, and I'd love to see the match here too, but for one thing, we're beginning to run a bit short of time. Embry and Prichard, and I would love to have it if we could have a tag team match 2 against 2 and regular tag team rules, but the way that one got going right there and the brawl that ensued, I don't think we'd have much luck keeping it that way anyway.
But keep in mind that special handcuff match, the Dream Match, Monday night at the Mid-South Coliseum. There will be one man handcuffed in the corner, so maybe it'll finally get to be 2-on-2 in the ring and let him settle it in the ring where it should be settled.
Maybe so. That one certainly will be worth seeing. Congratulations all around from those guys right there as they head back into the dressing area. We're going to take a break. We'll check things out and be back with you after. A lot of things